back, and I really shouldn't be showing my face because I'm driving, so I gotta be really careful. But hey everybody, hey. So of course I'm on my way back to work. Last day I have to work out of town. Happy Thursday. We about to make it. We are about to make it. Tomorrow's Friday and it's the weekend. I know it's early. Come on in if you're there. If not, you can see the replay. So I'm gonna let's okay. Yeah. So anyway, I'm talking about Roger Bond this morning, and his interview that I heard that he had. And I'm just gonna talk about what I think his message is when it comes to him being a part of Diddy's team, you know, being the head security person. First of all, I think that Roger Bond is a genuine person. I think he's a hundred, however you say it. I think he is. I think he is. I think he's solid. Just from hearing him talk and seeing good morning Harlem, just from seeing him talk and his interviews. So, you know, as you guys know from Cassie's lawsuit, if you guys know anything about that, or if you have, I gotta do this. If you guys know anything about the lawsuit, or if you guys have read it, that Roger Bond was the only person that she said tried to help her. And so he's been talking about it. He wasn't talking about it before the lawsuit. He didn't even know he was mentioned in the lawsuit. He started getting calls about being in the lawsuit, right? So he was saying that she's saying that. So basically, Roger is saying that, you know, people say, well, why didn't you help her before? Why didn't you speak out before? Here's his message that I took. You know, he's working for a mogul, a black man at that, who is a billionaire, right? He gets out of jail or whatever, he becomes security for this big celebrity, want to be around this celebrity, you know, getting paid $7,000, $70,000, whatever, that's a lot of money or whatever. And so he's there to protect this mogul, right? But there are some things that he feel in his heart, like he didn't actually, and there's some things that he saw. He did try to intervene, and he was saying, I'm not here just to protect you. I mean, I'm trying to protect her by getting you off of her, but protect you so you don't get caught up in mess, you know. And there are so many things that he said goes into this that people that don't walk in his shoes won't understand what he has, you know, to do, what he has to do in order to keep his job. Like, that's how his family eats. But he did try to protect. He tried to protect other women that were going through things, or that he thought was going through things. But once he would ask him, how you doing, what you need, is there anything I can do for you, okay, you sure you're okay? And then they go back and tell Diddy that he's asking them these things, then he can't help them because he is talking to them. So it's like Cassie was the one, you know, obviously wasn't running back and forth telling that he's reaching out to them saying, are you okay? What can I do to help you? Do you need anything? So that's where he was like, it's like a catch-22. Like, I want to help and I need my job. And so, you know, he said, what was he to do? You know, he's flying on private jets. He's going to islands. You know, he's protecting this man, he said. And then he thought, and then as far as like him getting paid, you know, that was good money for somebody that's just coming out of jail. Like, now my family can eat, you know, I can protect, you know, I can provide for them. But he was still caught in this dilemma of, you know, what's going on. He said most of the time, and I believe that most of the time when things happen like that, like they were alone. Like he wasn't there for all of the times that P Diddy violated Cassie or Kim or anyone. He would, it would most of the time happen when they were alone, and then when he would see them, the bruised up or whatever, he kind of would know. He talked about how, if his staff was if they were at a club, they was out partying, kicking it, like Diddy would do this thing with his glasses and set them on his nose and give you that look, and that look meant you done messed up, and you gotta see me after this is all over. And he said, and so the person interviewing him asked, like, did you see him do that to Cassie, or did you see them, have you ever seen that look? And he was like, I absolutely saw that look, and we knew that whoever he gave that look to, they was in trouble. And I'm trying to look at the comments too. Yeah, and I think, Harlem, right. He was just doing his job, but he saw that he felt that there was a problem. So he was trying to intervene the best he could without getting fired, because he was like, this man could tell me to get on at any moment, and then there's all my opportunity to continue taking care of my family. Right. He was mentally abused and he didn't realize that. And you know what? People don't realize that it's not just the physical abuse that comes with it. It's mental abuse, And when you're talking about a powerful man such as Diddy, like there are things that he's a powerful man, and he can convince you, he can make you, he can brainwash you to do whatever he wants you to do for him, and hang over your head that you work for me, I pay you. And then you're thinking about my family, and I got to take care of my family. And so he said that. They also talked about, how the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right? And how I think Christian Combs has these allegations against him. And he was like, do you think like this is just like a generational curse? But the fact of the matter is, like, you children, we're born here knowing nothing. And then we know what we're taught and what we see. And it's just become instilled in his children to be like that, it seems like to me. Like, you only know what you're taught and what you're around. And it is early. It is early. Yes, Harlem, a lot falls under the umbrella of abuse, and people just don't realize that until after the fact. And he said that he used to think, like, some women say, if he's drinking, oh, I know I'm gonna, and I'm not talking specifically about Diddy, but just an abuser, that, oh, he's drinking, I know I'm gonna get beat up tonight, right? Or, oh, I said something wrong, I know he's gonna. Why do women, when they know that, like, if this man is drunk, every time he's drunk, he gets belligerent, I'm going to get beat, why don't they leave? And it's just the mental capacity that states that I love this person takes care of me, he's a provider, he's a really good person when he's not drunk, or he does have really good days sometimes, but he beats me. And it's hard for them to leave, whether they're scared, whether they're afraid of losing their livelihood, or whatever the fact may be. Even with his staff members, saying how he abused them and smashing and putting his hands on your staff. Like this, there is something seriously wrong. And if he's been doing it for this long, and I believe, he has recently done some things, whether in the last 5 years or whatever, and if something is mentally going on with him and he hasn't got the help for it, like he say he got the help in his apology, I got the help I needed, whatever. If you did get the help that you needed and you felt yourself going back into those bad behaviors, you go back and you get help. You can get continued help. And it doesn't seem like he got the help because it continued to happen. Just like with Cassie's situation, like she didn't have an opportunity, was scared to talk about it. Second of all, did not get the help that she needed, was being drugged, on substance. So now she has this bad habit of using drugs, and she has gotten into a place where, and these are what victims do. They get into this habit of just knowing, I'm gonna get beat, this is the routine, and then I'm just going with it. And not that they want to do that, but they have gotten in that. So Roger Bond, he's a really good, solid person, and he really wanted to help. But his hands were kind of tied because he's thinking about his family. And we always say family first. He also talked about, I think this was him, that talked about, the video. Why, if someone saw that video and had their hands on that video, why did it take for Cassie to file a lawsuit for you to let it surface? And I agree with that, because if I saw somebody getting beat like this, maybe I probably would have even called 911. I don't know. I just don't know that I could have held on to something like that. But they're saying like that this tape was probably leaked from whoever Diddy bought the tape from. They made themselves a copy too and kept it. But it's just crazy. It's just all crazy. And I really, you lose your self-esteem. Nobody's gonna accept me. Like I'm not worth anything, so I might as well just stay in this, because this is what happens, and this is what the routine is. And it's sad. It's sad that it happens. But I'm just excited about how 2024 is turning out, in the fact that victims are coming out and they're speaking their truth, and no one's going to get away with anything. Most people won't get away with things. I posted that video about Ray J, and someone's like, Ray J sounds silly, he sounds stupid. Yeah, him and Princess, they argued on TV, but Ray J was like, I've never seen anything like this in my whole entire being, my whole entire existence, and that he's not gonna speak to Diddy, is no what's up with Diddy anymore. His thing was though, but what about the people that got away with it, that's been forgiven? And like, what do you do with those people? Like, we just hope that these people don't violate again, because if they do, this is the year that you will be found out about. So anyway, you guys go listen to that Roger Bond interview. It's really good. I love to hear him talk. I love his accent, that East Coast accent. But I love the fact that he's a real solid person, and he just keeping it real. He was like, he feels like Diddy loved Kim Porter, like genuinely loved her, but he did her the same way. And he said that he loved Cassie, that he believes Diddy loved Cassie. I don't have no doubt that he loved her, but he has a bad way of showing that he loves somebody. He has a bad way of showing love, and then gave himself the name Love, Brother Love. Well, he needs to go see what the definition of love is, and that's not beatings. So anyway, you guys, so he talked about, I was gonna say one more thing, I don't know, but you guys have a good Thursday. We'll be back live soon. Don't forget tomorrow, Bling. We're gonna read Bling. I'm so glad that Beauty brought that up. So we'll be seeing y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good, blessed day. Talk to you later.